today's mains question is from GS4, that is ethics. So we'll have ethics question. The question is, what is the difference between ethical issues or concerns and ethical dilemmas? Illustrate with an example of it. So here we need to know the difference between what are ethical issues and what are ethical dilemmas. Fine. So first of all, because before going to the answer, all these questions are from 150 words. So if you see the ethics paper, the answer should be in 150 words. So we need to stick to the word limit. So first of all, what are ethical concerns? So ethical concerns occur when a given decision, scenario, or activity creates a conflict with whom? With the society's moral principles. So when there is a whatever your action or your given decision, whatever you are taking, if it is in a conflict with the established moral principles of the society, then that becomes a ethical concern. In other words, ethical issues are the public matters in which some values cherished by public is felt to be threatened. For example, city pollution, size of informal sector, unemployment. So it becomes challenging to handle these concerns if no guidelines or precedents are known. For example, if in a country, suppose in a country there are 1400 people, only one man is unemployed in that country, then that's his personal trouble. So there is no ethical concern here. But when 120 people, that is 7%, are unemployment, then it becomes a public issue. So there is a concern, there is an ethical concern. So public issue often involves structural or institutional reasons and measures to deal with it and demands institutional reforms. So you can give any kind of example. So here I've given example from a society point of view. You can give any example where there is a conflict between your decision and the established societal moral principles. So unemployment is a issue, right? Employment should be there, so it is an established principle of a society. So when there is unemployment, so it becomes a ethical concern. Now coming to ethical dilemma. Now ethical dilemma occurs when there is uncertainty and doubts about what is appropriate and right thing to do. So if you have a doubt whether a thing or your activity or a decision is right thing or not, so there you will face this dilemma. Now, this emerges when either there is a conflict between two or more equally valid ethical principles or values. When there are two values which are equally ethical, but there is a conflict between the two. For example, the conflict between the right to die and quality of life in the case of a terminally ill patient wishing mercy killing. So you can give example of mercy killing. That is nothing but passive euthanasia. You can give this example. Okay. So here the thing is, there is something called right to die. Yes, he has a right to die also because he's a terminally ill patient now. But the thing is, the life is getting the life is getting into an end. So there is a conflict. Also, when there is a conflict between an ethical principle or value. Now here, this example also fit here to ethical dilemma, because see, identity politics is good for cultural recognition. It means when you are when recognizing a culture, so most of the political leaders in a way use that for their political gains. But on one side it is good for the cultural recognition, but yes, it is not good for a redistribution because most of the people use it. Fine. So in such cases, holding on to one value or principle may be incompatible to the other value or principle. So this is an example of ethical dilemma. So this is how we have to write an answer giving what are the definitions, and because the question has been asked about examples, we have to give examples. Now here these kind of ethical dilemma versus ethical issues often the you'll get to this kind of topic will get in case study also. Apart from question, we have case studies in ethics. So in case study, always when you see this kind of dilemma come, so you can use a template. So it will be useful in your case study, like steps to resolve ethical dilemmas in situations involving ethical questions. So what you can do is, like this is simply a it will depend from vary from exam from paper to paper or question to question, but still then you can use these format. First of all, what are the ethical issues or concerns or values at stake? When you see a case study, when you go through a case study, first of all, find what are the ethical issues or values which are at stake. Then, what are the facts given? Any kind of immediate or abstract fact. Then, what are the problems or ethical dilemmas you are facing? One is ethical issues. Okay, you clearly know what is ethical issue and what is ethical dilemmas. First of all, find what are the issues. Then find what are the dilemmas. But in between, dilemmas mean there are two values, but you have a dilemma between choosing one. Then find what are the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? The government may be a stakeholder, some people may be stakeholders, some officer may be stakeholder. So see that. Now you can produce what ethical guidelines are at stake and what practical considerations need to be addressed. Here, what practical consideration, like what way forward you have to give, and that should be practical in nature.